Alright people, what's going on? It's Achilles. We're here with some Fortnite, and you know, it is what it is at this point. My thoughts on, I think it's the final nail in the coffin because everybody's been saying that this update and then the save the world thing. I got V-Bucks right now, and that's gonna be 10,000 in like 3 days. So am I messing with it? I can't be 100% sure. Because if I say I was 100% sure that I'm going to like it and enjoy what they're doing now, I mean, content is content, but at the same time, they pulled the plug on it. I failed. That was an L. My teammate landed and got out of here, but I mean, it's whatever. I wish one of my friends would get on, but then again, I'm probably not gonna be on for like, I don't know. He might be on late night, but he wasn't on for like a month or so, month and a half. So earlier, but then hopefully it doesn't go back to party game chat. But my whole thoughts about this COVID stuff. They talking about the stimulus check, and all this pandemic unemployment stuff. My thoughts on it is that this stuff isn't even unemployment. Unemployment is the idea. Well, it's not even an idea. Unemployment is just the thought that you actually are unemployed. Like you 100% are unemployed. Like by being unemployed means you lost your job. You actually had to show proof that you went to job interviews, you did that. I know somebody who was like unemployed for like 6 years, and it was like in some type of area. I don't know if he was in management or something like that, but he was unemployed for 5 years, and there was nothing he was really doing at all. So by being unemployed, I mean, think about it this way: you're unemployed, the job market and stuff is already saturated. Well, not even saturated really. It is more so it has to do with I wouldn't even say networking, because you can network all day long, but it doesn't mean that you're actually doing anything. You can network for like 5 different jobs and try to do certain stuff, network with people, go to these conferences, do all that, meet with people, and that's really not going to solve a thing. And I honestly, truly, 100% believe that. Like, even if you network with somebody, like, there's no way. I 110% believe that, what you call it, certain stuff's just done. Like, jobs, like, especially like low paying jobs, or people were talking about, what was it? People talking about, tips at restaurant. Like today, I went to, what's the name restaurant? I went to what you call the Cheesecake Factory. There we go. But I was just concerned about who was right there, what I wanted to do. So, Rito? My whole thing with the thing too with restaurants and certain stuff. Cheesecake Factory got a good deal. Normally cheesecake, what I got today would have been like, you know, 40 something dollars. Wow. Fortnite's out of beta too, but like back to what I'm saying about cheesecake. Cheesecake had something that was like like a $40 value. I went there today and it was decent, but it messed up my order. So they messed up my order, right? And I got the thing where it's like $20 you get a burger happy hour. I ordered, my sister ordered online, we picked it up, and the food was pretty good. Like the burger was actually pretty good. Double patty. I haven't had a good burger in a while. Like a good burger. What I mean by good burger, everybody can claim that they make a burger, like a good burger. Like the patty meat and certain stuff, it's low quality. Because like, I mean, Wendy's and certain stuff is just like bad. Like, for instance, you really can't make 100% say that Wendy's, like, I have a tier of burger. If we're talking about fast food. Obviously, Burger King and stuff's not going to be up there, obviously. Like, it's up there. I feel like it's not going to all the way be up there because then again, I would consider Red Robin like up there. I mean, it's a fast food burger. It's not really, to me, it is a sit down spot, but it's really like fast food. And the prices and stuff is cheap compared to what you get at, and the burger actually tastes good. But back to what I'm saying about like food and certain stuff, because I mean I kind of got distracted. A lot of stuff going on, people talking like at my house. But that's not the point. I know people having a good time. I'm not mad about that. But I guess there's like a few things too. Like I said about the Cheesecake Factory, they messed up my order. You're supposed to get a burger, 2 burgers. That'd be a good date to go on with somebody. Just like what you got to take them to Cheesecake Factory during this time. But that's pretty decent. But the thing about it, they messed up the order, so that actually gave me more of a value than what I paid for, and that's pretty good. They messed my order up because they weren't supposed to give me this. They gave me someone else's order. I'm 110% sure that they gave me somebody else's order. They seriously gave me someone else's order. And so what they did was they gave me my food. They gave me, it came with 2 burgers, 2 fries, 2 drinks, and a cheesecake. I did not get a cheesecake. I got a pineapple thing. Now, whenever I go to Cheesecake Factory, they're supposed to give me an Oreo cheesecake. Did I get an Oreo cheesecake? No, but I didn't even want. If I go to Cheesecake Factory, I'm not getting a Oreo cheesecake or a pineapple. I'm getting a Godiva cheesecake. And Cheesecake Factory, to me, people talk about certain stuff, eating out is expensive. It is and it isn't, in my opinion. It depends on, like, basically, to me, it really just depends. It depends on what type of day that you go on, especially when they got special. Like, I don't go to restaurants. Right before, but back to what I'm saying about the certain stuff too. Like, I wouldn't go out there and just get like a Oreo cheesecake. Like, I've never even considered. There's only a certain thing. Like, anybody that knows me knows I like a good like chocolate cheesecake. People say cheesecake is nasty. It's not, but you know, I feel like it just depends on the consistency of a cheesecake. Because a cheesecake can be so many things, anything to me but nasty, because just the way how things are. You can eat a cheesecake, you really can, but or like a chocolate mousse, that's pretty good, or a triple layer cheesecake or something like that, or a triple chocolate layer cake. That's good to me. People talking about red velvet. Red velvet is pretty good. But I do not eat sweets. Anybody knows me know I don't really eat sweets. Outside of candy, like, I don't go to a restaurant and live for like to eat a dessert. But do I think going to restaurants and stuff is expensive? It just depends. Like, it all just depends, in my honest opinion. Like, I went to a restaurant, in all honesty, I either get 3 things that I know is hard to mess up. Grilled chicken, steak, and chicken fingers. If I'm on the edge about something, like I'm not sure of a restaurant, I will order chicken fingers. Some of the stupid things that I think that happens is like when people try to criticize, like, I don't know. I remember someone talking about yellow chicken. What is this yellow chicken look nasty? They never had Jamaican food. You know, that was ignorant. That was mad ignorant. What is yellow chicken? Imagine if you let like, but then again, you gotta think about it. People got simple palates. That's funny. That's stupid. My honest opinion, there's a lot of stuff that's stupid, including like. Don't go there. Alright. But like you have a simple palate, you're not expanding like your, your food options, or you just eating what's like, I don't even know. There's certain people I know that don't even eat vegetables, and not eating vegetables and certain stuff, or like my parents say I don't eat vegetables or I don't like eating vegetables. That's a lie, because it really just depends on what type of vegetable it is. Because I've eaten people's food and it doesn't even equate to it being good. That's what I don't learn here. That's the point. But like a simple palate, like you only eat outside of like 3 foods. Yellow chicken, and curry chicken's not even only limited to what you call it. And there's also other type of curries, like it's West Indies. You have Indian people in Jamaica. Like people talking about Jamaican black people, yeah, they're Jamaican, but Jamaican is a nationality. I don't think people get that. It's a nationality. Like somebody can say they're what you call it. They're not black, they're Dominican. And, flights is not issues. I'm not really going to go into that, but I mean, I'm cool. I mean, I don't really care that much. I'm not going back and forth with anybody about anything, so. It is what it is. Now, the biggest thing that I think that's kind of annoying though is people talking about people was mad talking about like I said, talking about the OnlyFans thing. That junk, that's just stupid. My whole thing with that is that the dumbest thing I think somebody can do is talk about what they're doing. Like people talking about adult entertainment. That's just funny. But like trying to monetize it. The difference is between certain people is that people choose not to go on camera and do certain stuff. Like people handle their business off, the camera. So to me, it really make no difference to certain people. Like it make no difference. Like for instance, to me, someone said they make $300,000 off of OnlyFans. You have to like that. To me, is you got all your stuff out on the internet, but people talking about people do that for free. Why not monetize that? But then again, if you make $300,000, you're not accounting for your own tax. Now I do know certain stuff it requires you. Any job that you have to fill out W-2s, W-4s, all sorts types of forms. And who you have in accounting your money so you can get more of a tax break. Now, if someone asks me, will I like work at an accounting firm? No, I don't care about accounting. There's certain people worried whether or not I'm gonna get my MBA or something like that. I mean, I really don't care for an MBA. I just don't. But the big thing with me is just that what you call it, like a lot of stuff people don't be thinking 100% through. Like, you know, you can't monetize certain stuff. Stole my kill, but okay. Some other things I'm not too fond of too, it's like what you call people speculate when I'm doing it. I mean, the thing about me, I tend to what you call it, keep stuff very private. There's a difference between me and a lot of stuff. Like, it's because I choose to. Like, that's the difference. Like, me not really doing certain stuff is like for the better. Like, let's see. Things some things that really don't really add any value. Oh yeah, let's go back to it. Back to what I'm saying about the thing. Like, you know, if I'm working hard or something like that, or what year am I in school? I mean, certain people just be nosy, or they'll talk about, oh, you major where the money's at, stuff like that. It's kind of dumb. But at the same time, like, but back to what I'm saying about the whole thing, people talking about making, or people mad, talking about people making $330,000 a year off of OnlyFans, how many ever money they, like the thing about how much ever they're like monetizing, you know, the sex work type stuff. But to me, that's common. It is, because, you know, obviously grown people do, or anybody pretty much does what they do off camera, stuff like that. But besides the point, do I think it's denigrating? I can't 100% say that. Because that's people, what people do. But I feel like that's weird, like in terms of certain stuff too, from a legal perspective. This is such a point. Like people talk about monetizing certain stuff. Like I mean, people gonna do what they're gonna do regardless. That's not my, it's not my responsibility to really be, what you call it, talking about. You know, the difference between certain stuff. Like I said, if you make like $330,000 a year, and you buy a car, $150,000 car, you know. Especially with the people that listen OnlyFans stuff, their numbers keep going up. Obviously, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that money. That's with anything. Like, but I just think it's denigrating, like, in a way. Because think about it. The thing about it is that obviously people gonna do what they want to do, like I said, but $330,000 a year, that's a lot of money, but then again, it's not up there, relatively speaking, once you figure out taxes and like, you don't get that many tax breaks, or you're not working with people like a financial advisor about like smart purchases, putting your money in, some like stocks and bonds and, maybe some securities type of thing. Cause I'm a business major, so I would know about more stuff. Someone talking about, will I be in hedge fund managing, and I'll put no. If I had to do that for a few years, sure, to stack my money, I would. And then like, but I think after a point, after this coronavirus stuff on, I plan to go to this school in New York for probably like 10 months. Live in New York for 10 months after this whole COVID stuff is over, and get my start. What you call it? Get my start in like the jewelry business, because there's like a jewelry school. I'm supposed to be, what you call it, if I do well, which I know I probably will do. Like, but the thing is with me, there's the people talking about these careers too. Like, people talking about Patek, or there's rappers and stuff out here. Like Tiger, he got sued for like $200,000 because he asked somebody if he could rent, like, or just borrow the watch for a music vid. He never even intended of having, like, even doing anything like giving people their stuff back. And they got sued. He got sued. Now the thing about me, especially like people talking about, like, I know Pop Smoke, did that. He rented a luxury car. I think it was like a BMW or something. Maybe not a BMW, but a Rolls Royce. There we go. He put it in a what you call it, one of them sport them things. He rented like a dog on truck, like a dog on like 18-wheeler, and loaded the car in there. And obviously there's a reason why cars have certain features on them. Like, to me, it wouldn't make sense to buy a $300,000 or $400,000 car. You don't even read insurance manual. Well, not even insurance. Think about it. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff you have to read in contract too, especially with regards to maintenance and stuff like that, insurance, all that type of stuff, financing. It doesn't make sense to put down. You obviously have to put down 20% for a car. But back to what I'm saying about like the $300,000 car. I had too much going on. I closed the door and all people still being too loud. But my thing about too, also with like the foods and certain stuff too that people be eating. You know, or people trying to be like, I remember someone talking about they was going to, they even said it right, talking about they was going to this fine Italian restaurant. It's called Maggiano's Little Italy. Like Maggiano's Little Italy is it's pretty decent. It's up there. But besides the point, like I said, you know, there's a difference between you knowing about a restaurant and then you didn't even pronounce it. The person did not even pronounce it right. They said they were going to Maggio's. What in the world is Maggio's? What in the hell is Maggio's? It's Maggiano's. You know, there's a big difference too. That's like I said, that's like getting a $400,000 to $500,000 car. Everything considered, not reading the owner's manual, certain stuff like that. But I think rappers and stuff, these people talk about all these little fine little things, like the luxuries of life. These people could be renting these vehicles. And I saw a thing the other day, I think it was on World Star, how somebody wrecked a car because they had it in neutral. And the thing about that too, like there's criminal organizations and stuff stealing luxury cars. And neutral is a feature for people to load cars and transport. Like anytime you see those little car racks with the stuff up there, it's not even an 18-wheeler. It's more like a tow truck for cars. It's like a tow truck for cars or whatever. And they load the cars up there and they have like a thing on there. I forgot the exact name of it, but a lot of people getting a lot of cars from Florida. I know a group of people who are in the car business. They get decent cars, like above like board cars, like last time I checked the offerings. I mean, I know the person who owns it, but besides the point, the person's goal when they first start was not to make money. Like, I mean, now he's all about the money. I mean, that's given, but a lot of people just don't got it. Like, for instance, I really don't think that you have to do that much to be a car salesman or something like that, but that's a pretty hard job. But you do have to go get a dealer's license. You want to sell cars. But I know this person, they only made $500 a car. They had their own car lot, certain stuff, post ads out there. They got this dealer's license. They had like a lot that they own. And then start selling cars that way, and then got a space. Got some more few people around them, but they only make $500 per vehicle. It's like used cars. They got in the niche of used cars. They only make like $500 to maybe like $1,000 a car. And they start out with like 50 cars, so that's $50,000. So it's only like maybe like 5. They would basically flip cars. They would drive all the way to Florida, like from like North Carolina. Sometimes they go to South Carolina. They meet people halfway. There's a whole lot of stuff, and then they do auctions. But that's the point. I don't know why this junk is loading. Governor Cooper's. Schools don't need to be open. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. I've been telling people for years at this point that they're like, school is important, but it's not as important as people think it is. From in terms of logistics, like especially what you call it, K through 12. But I'm gonna go on a few things too, just off of how stuff works. From a standpoint, you can be a business, not a business. Like you can have a business. A lot of people talk about you don't need to go to college. you know, to have run a successful business. That is true, but then again, it's not true. Think about it. If you're a business, your job is to, you know, load something up or distribute stuff like a hardware store. No, supply chain management. If you know that one of these places that you pretty much get your goods and items from has a, you know, they have a few locations. Let me think about a few different furniture stores I know probably went out. Rooms to Go is actually a pretty bad furniture store, but that's besides the point. Their stuff is cheap. They're counting on people to they're definitely counting on people to not really, it's not even really credit check they're doing. It's for overpriced like cheap furniture. In all honesty, it breaks down. But the thing too, also we gotta be careful of is mattresses. Mattresses, bruh. People will be selling mattresses and certain stuff. They don't even believe half the stuff's coming out their mouth. The same thing with car salesmen. It doesn't matter what somebody think about the car. They're just trying to get a sale. They're trying to get a commission. But the thing about me and understanding commission jobs, like a commission job is the intended thing. You want to make a commission, but at the same time, how far are you willing to go to make sales? There's people cooking numbers all the time. And it really doesn't matter what it is. Like if I'm, you know, a top salesperson for a company, might as well be. But at the same time, there's some stuff that you can't do. Like someone's a stock broker. Obviously, they can't do insider trade and stuff like that. But they can't be going to potential investors talking about this or calling them or using certain methods. Like, you know, you can't do that. Like the Wolf of Wall Street, you know, you can't, not doing what they're doing, but you can't, I think it's something like telemarketers, they have the same rule applies to them. They can't call people just like without like a certain hour, like, you know, it cuts off. I think it's between 5:30 and then 8:30, like it's a cutoff. They can't call you anymore. The thing about telemarketers, it really doesn't matter if they believe a product and stuff is good. It's about if they are willing to believe that they can get a sale or make a commission. So if you get like, let's say someone's trying to like, especially car salesman. Let's say you go to a luxury automobile place or like just anything. You go to a luxury place. Let's say an item is like, let's say one of them jobs like people on the floor. And their things to sell you something, a car with basically that's probably like $180,000. They're obviously going to talk about like the certain stuff, the specs, the features, what you're looking for, what are you willing to pay for a car. The thing about it, you have to negotiate a car because like honestly, some of these cars and stuff are not that great, relatively speaking. Like the miles per gallon on the highway, certain stuff like that, you got to be careful with that. Gas guzzler, you can spend about $60 to $70 on gas and be out. This game is taking too long, bro.
Did you hear us downstairs?
Yeah.
We were watching that guy. That guy who did the "We some hammers, we will knock you out for the Lord." They do his live stream called Pastor and Beulah Baptist, and they have about 6 shout breaks. They have